This is my second time playing Ogroids since the archetype was fully fleshed out, and it's my first time playing them with Renfri, and there's a couple reasons why I wanted to try it this way, because, for starters, the Wild Hunt Riders got a provision buff, they're now 4, so putting inexpensive thinning here, along with what's already inexpensive and very effective with Renfri's gang, just felt like a really nice pair. And in addition to that, in the first time I played them, you guys complained that my King Crumb wasn't strong enough, it wasn't high enough power, so I hope 18 is good enough for you guys here with this deck, and I feel like any more than that is just playing more into a heat wave. You don't have to put every single card that's an Ogroid in the deck to make it effective. There were a couple choices where I decided to go with other things than an Ogroid because I felt like we needed them. So we'll go through the deck here a little bit, and I want to talk about why Renfri would be good with Ogroids. The Curse of Gluttony, being able to boost an ally unit by 2, increase the value by the target's base power, would be incredible on something like Crumb at 18 with a high base power, on Spear Tip at 18 when we thin it out, on Riptide, on Goliath, you name it. So we have a lot of good options for that there. We have the, of course, control aspects that we don't get otherwise. We have the play of bronze. We have very effective bronzes, and we can actually look and play another card. So if we're missing something, that's perfect. We have Curse of Greed, being able to get stratagems to help boost things up and then keep us in Might, which is a new mechanic that was introduced with this archetype. What Might means is if we have one unit on both rows that's 10 or more power, then it'll proc whatever effects go with that. So for example, King Crumb, if we have Might, it gains Resilience, and because this card here's base power is equal to the number of Ogroids in the starting deck, that's how we get the 18 power that I was referring to. So there's a Might effect on King Crumb, there's a Might effect on Tugo the Elder. This card, it was great before, it got a provision nerf, but I feel like it's still very good. And we're seeing a lot more value from this card in Renfri decks because we have more units. So at the end of your turn, boost the lowest power unit you control by 1. You might look at it and say, hey, it's a 1 point per turn engine, not very good, right, for 11 provision, but look at this. Might boost all lowest powered allied units, well, it doesn't say that, but that's what it means, units you control by 1. So we have essentially the pair of riders going up till they hit 6, and then Renfri's gang is tied with them, so then they're all boosting, and if we don't have that package out, we can get a few procs on the neckers and get them to around 4, and then start bumping them up, start matching some of the big boys. So it really helps get things going, and because we have so many tall point slams, we don't care if a Thrive engine gets boosted by something like Tugo. So really cool stuff with that. Lord Riptide's a great control card. It's being used in Frost a lot, but it really shines in Ogroids because with Might, at the end of your turn, while in hand, gain 1 armor, and because of the deployability on Melee's Clash, then we get that removal. So if we can get 10 armor on him, then we get basically 10 point slam plus 10 point removal, 20 point value, plus whatever that engine would have been worth for 9 provision. It's crazy. It takes some setup, but it works. We have Jotun, so with this one here, boosts up with a total base power of Ice Giants in your starting deck. Really, that plays for 15. It's the only reason why we're actually running the Ice Giants. With these are great to boost the Neckers with the Thrive procs. They're also pretty good food for the Cyclops. We can kill one off. We have 7 points of damage reach, which I don't mind, because once they're there, they're not really doing anything anyways. So we have that. I like the thinning with the Spear Tip Asleep. I talked about the tall base power of the Spear Tip, talked about easy Might, so that's just a no-brainer with that one there. Goliath's a little bit of a liability, but 12 base power is much better than 10. Feels like you want to have them. And at first I didn't, but I started to reconsider, and I think that was a good take. I need a lock. I feel naked without a lock if I'm playing Renfri decks because I don't have any specials that are control cards, so give me my lock with the Reg Array, that's pretty much it. At one point I had the Ogre Warrior, and I think this is a really good card. I think you can get a lot of value, but the board state has to be consistent to make it work. If you're playing against control, it's very difficult to see value for this at 6. So that's why I swapped one out and I went for the Regare eventually. But you can get this up to 14 points sometimes if you have a couple slams, and if these climb up. Another card that has a really good engine value is Might. At the end of your turn, boost self by 1. It's okay. I wouldn't play this in other archetypes because you wouldn't really get crazy value with it, but in Ogroids, it seems to be pretty good. 1 point per turn engine with 2 armor. It's harder to remove. If it gets poisoned when it's tall, we have Carapace Leader, and the same goes for anything else, which is why I ended up taking out the Pelar. I had Pelar in there for a while. I took Pelar out, and I put Golden, I almost said Golden, Necker Warrior in, and this card is a good Thrive proc. It's a 5th engine. If we have 2 pairs of this and this comes down, it gets into like full-on Thrive category. And of course it makes Crumb 18 points, a nice even number. So I feel like that's getting more value overall than Pelar was getting for me, especially because we don't have Heatwave. I like the Pelar Heatwave combo where I can get around Defender, Heatwave the target, but it is what it is. At one point, I had Vanilla Geralt, just the regular Geralt of Rivia, and I had thought about switching it to Igni, and I think that's still an okay idea. But the thing about Ogroids is that they just slam points and they don't care. So if I have a couple control things like the Regare, I'm putting down points while removing points. The same thing applies with Riptide. I like to keep that trend. When I start doing very slow plays like Geralt, it takes away from some of the stuff that we're doing. And also it's very conditional because we like to bleed with Ogroids, so a short round 3 with these cards is not always certain. So you'd have to have them in round 2. Usually winning round 1's not as much of a problem. So just a little bit of a thought behind this. If you guys are looking for an easy deck to play, a deck that is, I would say, fairly, it's not, I don't want to say impossible to make mistakes with, but it's not as likely. Play something like this if you just had a long day and you want to just jam games. I think you'll have a lot of fun with it. It doesn't feel like it involves too much critical thinking, of course, so it could get boring after a while. I had fun with it just because I was winning. I think that's important too, but I was playing a lot against the same deck today, so my matchups weren't really exciting. And that's why we had 4 games. I was thinking about doing a 5th game, but you know, I'll make a new deck, I'll play and make another video, and hopefully we get some different matchups. But as always, guys, thank you for supporting the channel. Let's get into the 4 games with live commentary for reference. And if you enjoy the content that you see, don't forget to drop a sub. We're nearing 15K, and it's going to be really sweet when we get there. Okay, first up here we have Jackpot Syndicate. And we're on blue coin. I know we're going to have a lot of points. I'm most concerned about poison. If we do the Thrive Infusion, then we can proc it multiple times here. I do have both sets of thinning, and we have Cyclops with 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, it's good. It's good as it is. I don't know how much value we're going to get from the Warrior in round 1 because we're not going over 10. So maybe we hold on to Tugo. And I'm honestly thinking we can get away without that. And I'm worried about if we take another mulligan to go into these, so we'll just leave it. I would like to get Might early. I just don't want to put down Tugo and then take leader charges, so I think we're just going to start with this. First turn proc. You're aiming for that. If not the first turn, definitely the second turn. I don't like to carry that stuff over. It feels bad. Now, Might would be good. I can do this plus 1 it's not enough. So maybe we do something like this so that we can start getting Riptide value right away, you know? and we just ride the wave for a little bit. They have a lot of engines, so the longer that I stay in, the worse it's going to get for me. And we got to hold on to Riptide for the whole round if we can. You know what I could do? I could just take this and boost it, and so that they can't lock it or poison it, and then eventually I'll start having 3 points per turn, and then I can play my thinning with the rider, so that, well, actually then it kind of hurts me, right?
Appeals can be filed within 7 years.
I guess it's not terrible though. I still get 2 points per turn. Just for free, right? At 43 points. So they're probably going to be looking to pass here on this one, you know? And I think that's where I pass. We just get lots of value coming on the Riptide here. Yeah. So the reverse win on even. I'm not bragging, but a good way to start the video. This will be my first game of actually recording. I did some testing for this deck, and this seems to be the most consistent so far. It's the third version that I'm on. I just took out Pelar, so I can greed one more Ogroid, and it's for a dumb reason, really. I wanted Crumb to be worth 18, because the odd number looked weird. That's the OCD kicking in. But at the same time, Pelar wasn't doing a whole lot because of Carapace, and I don't have a lot of direct control besides Riptide, so a couple reasons. I think we could play on curve a little bit here. One front wants me to get value from this immediately. The other just wants me to take thinning and play the curve. So maybe we just, you know. Yeah, that's gross. You know, it's a good thing we kept them. I wonder if I just take Diregaray and just let that be.
Mankind is a virus, a plague.
Watch, they have a Purify. Nah. We're getting out important stuff. I need to get out a lot of the spending, because, short round 3 with leader is going to be really bad for me. It's unfortunate we don't have Crumb, but that's a really good round 3 play. I want to get out this thin because I feel like we need to in order to get to the stuff that we're really looking for in round 3, so if we can get this out now, we get Osroll, we should be good. Yeah, of course, there's the Purify. See? We just had a feeling. That's a strange choice. So now Riptide doesn't hit. I suppose we just play bronze cards, you know? I think we save leader into round 3 with Renfri. It would be nice if I get whenever you pass, boost lowest by 4. But I would say for a trade to get Nilfgaard, to get Heatwave, to get Freak Show, feels pretty good. 6, I take this out for free, I get them scared. It could be a Riptide, but Riptide round 3 would actually be really nice too. Let's just leave this for now. Maybe I'm supposed to just go for the Might play and just get a bit more going on here so we take less damage later on. I could totally see them going for Goliath here. If they go Goliath, we'll continue with the Jotun. Yeah, they want to knock that below 10 for sure, but that'll probably be their target for Yago when they spend down and they regain.
It's all right. We're alone here, just between us.
Really? It's at 7 armor. I'm just relaxing for a bit here. We're at 8 now. I think I can spend Renfri, and then we pass in with Riptide.
I should have taken the easy road.
Failed experiment. Because they're going to try to poison the 15. Let's see if I can get a destroy. Destroy. After using split. After using boost. After using split. Okay. You know... I'm gonna just go for the most damage possible so that we can provoke them playing 2 cards. Or the Yago play now. Yeah, it's not enough. They're gonna have to create, yeah.
Life's short. Enjoy it.
They're forced to spend, so if they don't leader here, they have to play the second card. Which is actually good for me, so we just pass on that. We get the card advantage. And they'll go into the next round with not much money, you know? I'm pretty sure they were expecting to go all in, which is why they didn't want to blow it too early. And now they're trying to figure out why I yeah, you see?
We're seeking a trade.
So we get it for free. The only thing we don't get is that leader, but at the end of the day, I have a Riptide worth 10, so we get a free clash. A free clash, but a bad hand. I think we keep Ogre. We can get rid of this. And it has armor, so it's not terrible. We need some... Come on now. After all our effort. And just like that, we lose. Not many cards left in the deck either. See, we had a couple really good options. We had Osril at 13, and this at 18. The only thing I can hope for is if they don't have a spender.
Very well be
But their last card probably is. Or maybe we just don't want a body on the board to begin with. Because they have the candle spender. Okay, it doesn't matter anymore. Is that the best we're gonna get? Jackpot leader, yeah. I honestly think that's the best we're gonna get. a one-off poison and a bunch of boosts. They can't afford the 6th one. We did it. Yeah, we did it. And next up here we have another jackpot. Back-to-back jackpots. I think the advantage here for us is that we're actually on red coin. Okay. I want to play the ice trolls early this time because last game it was terrible. Having those in round 3, awful. And we got 10, 10 plus, 10 plus, 10 plus. I'm going to rock these to start. And then I'm going to basically go in with this. Yeah, I think this is a really good hand to play deep. Got to watch out for the poison stuff, but we'll do what we can. This is terrible. The fact they have Madame in round 1 kind of... It affects me, man. Just on deploy. Bah! 10 points. But Q, why don't you have Incubus? Because I don't feel like it. You know? I don't think you need it necessarily.
Shite. Map's upside down again.
They have a lot of engines, man. You know I gotta keep that symmetry. The next one's going on the range row. Doof, doof. It's only at 5. If I give them this round for Madame, I'm not doing too hot. You know? So we gotta be careful here. I think... Whoa, chill. That's kind of offensive. I'm gonna get rid of you. And I'm gonna boost, because I need to stay in this one. If I had 2 go, that would be so nice here, but... We gotta even up the rows, there we go, so it's all straightened up, you know? What are we at? 7? When these hit 10, the warrior's gonna play for a ton of points. I'm not afraid to use leader because we're Renfri. I'm just saying. I'm not giving up just because of 1 poison. We came too far for that, you know? Do I let him know we're Renfri right away? We kind of need to. I wish I could put 1 on each row. There we go, we're ahead. Let's go. Qcento, aka Mr. Coin Abuse. You already know. I'm gonna have to use that full leader, bro. Because I know what you're gonna do. It's so scary. Damn, man. I don't want to lose. We definitely do this one. There's an argument to save the warrior and go with the ice giant first. Yes, I know. Doesn't look like we're winning this round. They could just go all in and spend something really important. Oh. Cool. You spend all in? Nah. 87. I get... Yeah, we take. Sheesh. You can't make this up, guys. Holy crap. We've come so far just to come so far, you know what I'm saying? Gotta be mindful of that. It's like 30 points in 3 turns, you know? Damn. Should I just put the pressure on him? Yeah, I think so. We do well in a short round, they don't. I wonder if I take card advantage here. Here, just do what you gotta do, man. Poison it, fine. You know? What kind of clickbait title should I make for this one? The Syndicate Stomper. Poison, no problem. Yo, this is good. Let's go, give me all that.
Could you say? Thought you'd never ask.
And they go into round 3, broke us a joke, and we got huge points. Watch, we're not going to pull Renfri though, and we're not going to pull Crumb. That's 2 games in a row, no Crumb. Well, okay, they go into round 3 with 4 point. Good. Decent. Okay, you know what? We gotta max grade it. Max grade it. I'm gonna watch. I'm gonna take a mulligan on the Necker, and then I'm gonna get the other rider. Okay. This is probably how it's gonna go, but we need to do it. Yes. Let's go. I'm gonna put down this next. Oh, jeez. Maybe we try to destroy that. I didn't even read the other ones. I was so excited about it. After using play, I don't even get to play. The Syndicate Destroyer.
Patience is not a virtue.
We got
I am known to
Nilfgaard, Enslave coming up here next for the 3rd game. And they're 6, okay? This could be tougher because they're gonna either steal this or... We have good thinning. We're on red coin. I have some control. I think we keep that the way it is. I don't love Osro round 1, but watch. We take a mulligan, we get a thin, but I'm going to do it anyways because... Okay. Decent. It's my new favorite skin, by the way. Spirit Animal.
My boots got sand aplenty.
If you guys like playing decks like this, talking about the Nilfgaard one, put up a video the other day. You check it out, and there's a lot of that stuff going on. Any dominance? Might as well start the timer. See if they want to steal it. They'll take a joust or... One of the 5-head moves that I was thinking about is having this on the board while you've got the actual spear tip in hand and being all like jokes on you type thing, you know? But it's doing the most. $16 points and 2 turns off of bronze cards is really good. Mind you, these are 5, not 4. So I'm gonna wait, and I'm gonna take Gang first.
A pleasure to greet.
Just want to tempo ahead a little bit here. He's eyeing it like, okay, either they haven't seen it before, or should we yank it, or nah? You know, it's one of those things going on. The worst case would be if they had a yen and they just took it after a 15, but Enslave 6 can't do that. They need to have enough tactics, so right away you know they don't have yen. But that'll do it. I care, but I don't care that much. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Should we make the back row look like a nice thinning and stuff, or if I put this here, does the other one come out on this side? Let's see. Yeah, there you go. There you go. They're probably cussing me for that, you know? It's like the way to like taunt without taunting is just, yeah, see, they're adding to it. They're like, oh yeah, you want to make it all, see, it's like a language we're speaking. I feel like I'm supposed to lock the Siri, honestly.
Our world is in harmony.
Put a couple boo hurts on that. It's really annoying. You see? Do we go for the might stuff, or do we just go for a bronze? Look, it's Beauty and the Beast. There. I have a bit of time. I want to get some 2-go value, but at the same time, I don't really want to spend 2-go in round 1. Because we know they're just going to Vilg this anyways, and it's like 15 points down the drain. Or that. And we just throw down a second one. You got another tall punish, sir? Probably. And he's going to put Vilg over here, watch. Looking for it. What are you going to play from my grave? Nothing. You can't play off a remedy into a... Come on now. Enter the mind of a Nilfgaard player. I'm going to get some flack for that one, but... do I care? You know... Nah, not yet. I'm just going to wait a turn before I start cranking leaders like a random Renfri player, you know? We gotta be frugal. They could coup that. Oh, 2-go wins it. Cheers. Now, if I play everything above 6 in a bleed, they don't get a leader. That could be strat. Huh. Well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna go for it because the deck guide tells me to. Okay. There we go. 3 turns of this nonsense. All I gotta do is 1 damage. It's not a card I like playing in the mid-round, but... okay. So my 2-0 dreams are sort of gone, but we go into a round 3 without the drivers, and without the tall punish, and without the council and Ramon. So for me, that's a dub. Now, if we can just get leader out of the way, I'm feeling pretty confident. Until we get leader out of the way, it's shaky still. Stations is good, unless they can put it right back. Second Nausicaa is good. They will likely be able to put that back. But they probably don't have more bronzes to play because they played so many. With the Magnes, you got to be careful with Magnes. That's why I took 1 out of my deck, because too many, you know. We want to bait that leader, so I think I'm going to put something that would be, you know, sort of attractive to take for them. Because if they take this now, the might's going to proc on their side. I could see them just... Let's see. One of the most triggering animations in the entire game is watching him do the whole pull thing that he does when he seizes a card. That irks me pretty hard. Look at that proc. You know what? I want to see leader. So I want to start triggering this might so they get the message and they take it. I guess now there won't. Fine, here.
The only good mage was a dead mage.
Play a bronze from hand, and that's good. Stratagem's also very good. Cooldown 8 whenever you pass 4. This is great. Do we ever just play Goliath for the points because we have so much big stuff in the deck? Goliath plus the 2 Thrive procs. That's not crazy. Goliath 47. We get the 4 is 53 into the 60s. I should probably do math on this. So 51 plus 4 is 55. And then they have no engines. And that goes up by 1. There we go. And then we hope the last card's a big one, and then we go into round 3 without them using leader at all. Yeah, Stefan, it was a good trade. Let's go. Because that's what would have made them be able to take whatever they wanted in round 3, so we're good. I wonder if I just keep this. Nah, no. I think this opponent is using Vilg instead, or rather than Vilg, the Leo. I don't think they have both. I think we're gonna go right in with the Clash. We get the wrong target. $18 points would be a lot to lose. You know what? It's alright. I'm determined to just not let you have a leader. Wow, and you do have Vilg.
An interesting choice.
That's not gonna proc. Unbelievable. It's a joust at 4. Boost and give it 3 armor. 3 armor puts it to 5. Hits for 6, we lose 1. Let's do this on range so we don't take any damage. We win, but it could have went a lot differently. I'm surprised they had both. And game number 4, we got a lot of variety in today's video, don't we? Another Syndicate. And we go first. Gang is good. This is not great. This is kind of nice, having both of those. I'm not going to go super tall for this. More of like a late game play at this point, I think. That's even better, yeah. So, I have this to help me. I think I'm going to go in with this so I can get some more Thrive value. Very difficult to beat the Necker combo when you've got 4 of them. Unless they play Freak Show. Hits them all at 2, max value. One of the best fillings in the game. But we lock that for sure. They do. And no answer, so let's pop another 2 down. Nah. Yeah, this is real life.
This world, only 2 things are certain.
We're gonna have a counter of like 3. We gotta boost that then. Not great. Sure. I have to play now. They're just taking advantage of the situation, so. If anything, we can block the spender, so then they have a more difficult time getting stuff sorted out. We'll see how smart they are. Maybe they put a second poison on that veil. Nope. Goalie, it's a really nice Osril body. It's also going to get out some poison, and also it's going to make sure we can start getting our might together. Does this work in deck? While in hand. Yeah, okay. Just confirming. I thought that was the case. I guess it would be too broken if that was the case, right? Sure. 42 to 25. 14 points in 1 turn. They got that off a full leader. We can go down with this for now. I think we're in an okay spot to play a little longer. Heat wave on an 18 hurts. Surely we're not losing on even, though. I'm going to play this and this. If they spend Yago, then I don't mind losing, but... Okay, they clicked it, so they can't bleed him with it. If they do any clicks, I'm in trouble. Actually, this is Horde 6 damage 2, so then they're going to damage 2, which brings me to 36. They get the +1.
Boss doesn't like you.
But I guess they just don't want to play the last 2 cards. I think that they think I have Crumb in hand as the last card and they don't have an answer. So they're kinda, you know, upset about it. Makes sense.